If we're being honest, I really thought that the Pelicans were going to trade Zion this offseason. I just thought building up to the draft, there was like a lot of rumors, and I'm like, you know what? This is actually going to happen. He's going to get traded. But the Pelicans decided against it. I think it was the right decision, and they're going to give this team another go in 2024 with the core they have, and pray that Zion doesn't get hurt once again. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? We are going to be rebuilding the New Orleans Pelicans. I do think that maybe these overalls should be switched a little bit. I think maybe Brandon Ingram could be the 90 overall and Zion could be the 85. We do have CJ McCollum on this team as well, who's now starting to be a point guard later in his career in his age 33 season. He's getting paid a lot of money from the Pels and also got an extension recently as well for 2 more years. Jonas Valanciunas is entering a walk year, so we'll see how he plays in a contract year. Herb Jones, like, I loved what the Pelicans did with him, and I like when teams do this. He was outplaying his rookie contract by far. Since he was a second-round pick, he was only going to get a $1 million deal, $1.5 million for 2024. But the Pelicans knew he was worth way more, so they declined that team option and locked him up with $50 million guaranteed. I think Trey Murphy is a prime breakout candidate this year. The only thing I worry about is where he's going to fall into this rotation. But like I said, Zion could get hurt like he normally does or has been so far in his career. And then there's a chance Trey Murphy could be the second or third leading scorer this season for the Pels if injuries do happen. And I also really like their first round pick, Jordan Hawkins, who they took later in the lottery. I thought he was a perfect addition for this team. Definitely going to make him a shooting guard though for us. And I think I'm going to move Trey Murphy back to the small forward position for now. And before we look at the rotation for this upcoming season, I do want to go over the salary cap table because I think this is very important to look at. So yeah, like I said, McCollum did get a 2-year extension, so it won't be an expiring year for him. Will he be playing worth a $30 million deal? I don't think so, so we're going to have to eat some of that. Ingram is like paid perfectly fine. He's due for an extension next year. Zion is still under that rookie extension. Hopefully he is healthy throughout this video. Valanciunas, I don't know if I want to commit long-term money to him, so we'll keep an eye on that if we want to lock him up. Herb Jones is locked up, so we're chilling. Larry Nance has 2 years on this deal, will be an expiring next offseason. That could be valuable to a team. Dyson Daniels, I do want to develop him to potentially be that shooting guard for the future. Kyle Lewis, kind of a sunk cost at this point. I think Jordan Hawkins, we can also develop to being like that good 6th man, or maybe he's the shooting guard for the future and Dyson Daniels is that 6th man. I want to keep and build around Trey Murphy, but it's going to be tough to play him, Ingram, and Zion at the same time, so yeah, he may have to get sacrificed, which kind of sucks. All right, this is a tough roster when you look at it. It has a ton of talent, don't get me wrong, but man, we have a lot of wings that deserve playing time because the starting 5 is going to be McCollum, who probably deserves more minutes, and that's going to happen, I think, over the course of the year. We have Herb Jones with him in the backcourt. Then we have Ingram and Zion at the forward spots. We have Valanciunas at the 5. And then I still want to give a decent amount of minutes to Trey Murphy and Dyson Daniels and Jordan Hawkins. We'll have Alvarado and Larry Nance there in the 9th and 10th spots. Terrence Davis might get minutes throughout the year as well. I think Kyle Lewis, Cody Zeller, and EJ Liddell probably won't. But for now, that's what the rotation is going to look like. We are 4-star balance under Willie Green. We are 3-star perimeter centric, so we will stay with balance for this season. It's actually pretty good. And it wasn't too long ago that the 2K sim just loved the Pelicans, and then they were dominating every year. We do lose our first game of the year by 10 against the Philadelphia 76ers. Ingram took 15 shots. McCollum took 18, 12 for Zion, who had 7 assists. That is nice. I don't know if there's a way that I eventually convert Brandon Ingram to a point guard. Maybe there is, because we did see Brandon Ingram really develop his playmaking skills towards the end of last year's regular season, where he had a couple triple-doubles and high assist games. So that's something we could maybe develop over time. Him at the 1, I don't hate. I really don't hate that idea. I don't think that will come this year. Maybe it won't even come next year. But if I do want to get Trey Murphy or have Daniels and Hawkins in the starting 5, that's maybe something that has to come to fruition. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. And we'll also, I think, be a notable buyer or seller at the deadline. I think if we're doing well, though, I'm probably going to keep this core together. Maybe look to upgrade the 5 or a spot off the bench, or maybe a point guard upgrade. But I think if we are like a fringe playoff team, we could be sellers, meaning Valanciunas could be gone, Terrence Davis could be gone, Larry Nance, maybe I find a McCollum deal. So we are 4 games above 500 at the All-Star draft here. We do get Zion as a reserve, averaging 21 points, 8.7 rebounds, 4.5 assists, which is nice to see from Zion, and he's shooting 66% from the field. We also get Brandon Ingram as an All-Star. That's what I'm talking about. 22 points, 4.5 rebounds, 6 assists. Look at the efficiency from BI. 55 from the field, 49 from 3, 90 from the line. He's incredible. So we are 4 games above 500 here. at the trade deadline. We could lock up Ingram on an extension. You know what? Let's get this out of the way now. So we're going to lock him down on a 3-year extension, $37 million. It will go up to $40 mil a year. Not going to add any options or trade clauses to it, so he will accept that. Welcome back to the Pels BI. I don't think I'm going to re-sign Valanciunas or Alvarado or Larry Nance at this moment. We've been very lucky with injuries this year. Nothing too major. McCollum is averaging 4.6 assists. Okay. I do want to get off the McCollum contract. I really do. Now, I'm debating maybe moving him back to the 2, and then I kind of want to experiment with Brandon Ingram at the point guard spot. Just see what he can do, because Trey Murphy has been really efficient for us, and he's going to be a restricted free agent next offseason, not this upcoming one. Valanciunas has been fine as a big, and I think that's something we could look to upgrade after this year. Jordan Hawkins, not the worst rookie year by any means, but yeah, don't think he'll be starting anytime soon for us. Dyson Daniels having a much better year too than he just did in real life. Herb Jones, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 2.8 assists, 46 from the field. There's Grand Theft Alvarado. So yeah, this team is basically where I expected it to be, and I don't think there's going to be a McCollum trade that I like at the moment. So I may be a pretty boring trade deadline team and just stay pat at the moment. Now, an injury may happen in a week from now, and I regretted doing this, but yeah, for now, I think we're going to stay where we are and continue to play our core and really assess where our limitations are in the offseason. And Luka Doncic wins MVP. Wemby is your rookie of the year. Chris Paul takes home 6th man. Chet Holmgren, DPOY in his rookie year. That's kind of crazy. Grant Williams, most improved in Dallas. And Tibbs wins coach of the year for a 2nd time in New York. This was a crazy season for some young guys. Paulo Banchero, All-NBA first team in year 2. He was incredible for Orlando. LeBron on All-NBA second team. Wemby, All-NBA second team as a freaking rookie. And we did get Zion Williamson on All-NBA third team. We did get Herb Jones on All-Defensive first team. That is what I am talking about. I just love having him on the squad. And we did get Jordan Hawkins on All-Rookie second team. We did finish the year as the 7th seed, so we're going to be in the play-in tournament. We went 42-40. Here were the end of the season stats with Ingram did drop to 20 points per game. I really like what Trey Murphy gave us. I think Valanciunas is fine for us in the playoffs. So I do need a backup big, and I kind of want to play Grand Theft Alvarado in the playoffs, but he might actually be the odd man out if we want to give Dyson Daniels some run, which is crazy, right? So we're going to go about 15 to Larry Nance. I'm going to go about 17 to Hawkins. I think about 18 to Dyson Daniels. I want to do 28 to Trey Murphy. And then I think we got to go like 38 to Ingram and Zion. I think Herb Jones, the way he played defense, we got to give him about 32 minutes a night, and we'll go one more to McCollum. So can we beat the Lakers here? The Anthony Davis series, the Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, Lonzo Ball series, as we have a very competitive first half, very high scoring first half. We are down by 6. Ingram going off against his former team, but AD is also doing the same. Winner gets the 7th seed in the playoffs, and that is going to be the New Orleans Pelicans after a great second half by the Pels. Ingram goes off against his former team, 45, 6, and 8. 2 blocks as well. Zion and McCollum played well. Also, Trey Murphy, LeBron, and AD went off, but it did not matter. We are going to be going up against the Memphis Grizzlies in round 1. They added Bogdan Bogdanovic this year. Let's see if we can maybe pull off the upset. Who knows? We do win game 1, and when I was controlling the Grizzlies in one of the last rebuilds, I ended up just losing a ton of upsets in round 1. On the wrong side of an upset. But yeah, Trey Murphy, 32 points off the bench. Incredible start to the playoffs. We do lose game 2, though, 125-114. We almost came back there in the 4th. All right, game number 3 here. We end up winning by 3 points. McCollum with 28, Ingram with 10 assists. He just wants to be that starting point guard next year. We win game 4 by 24. Zion with a 29-point triple-double. Ingram, 11 dimes. He's averaging 9.5 in the playoffs, and we are 1 game away from pulling off the upset. But we have an injury. And it is to Jonas Valanciunas, who's averaging a double-double against his former team there in round 1. That means Larry Nance Jr. is going to be inserted into the starting 5. Guess I'm going to play Cody Zeller. Oh my god, this is brutal. Did we not watch him against the Heat? I know, right? So we're going to give probably Larry Nance a decent amount of minutes as the starting 5. Because we could run some small ball with Zion there, but that's some really small ball. As we get blown out there in Game 5, Ingram went off, but we weren't really close to winning. Game number 6 goes to the Pelicans, and we still pull off the upset. Ingram with 35, 8, and 8. He's turning into a superstar in this league. I do believe we have the Lakers first round pick too, so I hope they lose, and they do. Ingram with just an absurd round 1. McCollum also played great, so shout out to him. But yeah, Ingram at 25, 5, and 9.5. Also 2.2 steals. But now we're going to take on the Warriors, but they are a 6 seed. They have a very similar team to what you'd probably imagine. And yeah, let's see how we can do. Game 1, we do end up winning here by 11. Zion with 29, Ingram 24, Murphy with 22. Valanciunas is also back healthy, which is nice. And Larry Nance did play well for us in his absence. Game number 2, we end up winning. We blow them out by 44 points. Trey Murphy with 35 off the bench. This dude is a stud. We got to get him more playing time next year for sure. We're up 3-0. We are 1 game away from going to the Western Conference Finals. Just don't blow a 308 in. There we go. We just swept Golden State. That's what I'm talking about. It's not like Curry got hurt or anything. Damn, Zion with 38 and 10. And we're going to be going up against, I think, Minnesota. They usually win these, and they do. And then you got Philly, Boston in the conference finals over there. Zion actually averaged the most points there in round 2. Trey Murphy averaged 23.5 points. All right, here we go. Game 1 against Minnesota. We ended up losing. We were on a nice winning streak there in the playoffs. McCollum did go 6 for 9. Valanciunas had 11 and 11. Game number 2, we ended up losing by 1 point. Damn, if we would have split them in New Orleans, that would have been sweet. Anthony Edwards with 54 points. I mean, if you watch the Timberwolves rebuild, you know how good they are in this game right now. McCollum, I can't really use him as a scapegoat. He has been good for us. We do win game 3 at home, which is huge. Zion with 28 and 10. Valanciunas with a 24-point performance. Game number 4, we ended up losing by 14. Herb Jones had 25. I forgot about Herb Jones just as like an offensive threat for us. But he's been solid for us in the playoffs. But we ended up losing in 5. Tatum and Ant are your respective conference finals MVPs. Oh, we got blown out here in game 5. We lost by 30. We scored 14 points in the 4th. That's upsetting. But you know what? This was a good year nonetheless. I thought there was a chance I could have been a seller at the deadline. Ingram did struggle in the conference finals, and so did Jordan Hawkins. And the Boston Celtics win in 5 with Jaylen Brown being your finals MVP. So he gets a supermax and then wins a championship. LeBron and Chris Paul are heading to the Hall of Fame. And we are going to have multiple first-round picks, I believe, in this draft lottery. Whoa, I will have to double-check the protections on that Milwaukee pick. It's projected in the top 5. That would be pretty sweet. It's there at 6. That would be nice if we're able to keep that. We also have the Lakers pick at 17. And we do have our pick, I believe, at 19. Yeah. So for this Bucks first round pick, we do get to keep it, which is hype. But it is unfortunate. I mean, like, it's not that big, but it's a swap. So we do get the better of the 2 picks, which is obviously the Bucks one. So I will be sending them our pick. And we do have their pick unprotected, though, next year, which is very hype. This all stems from the Drew Holiday trade. So now we sit with the Lakers picks, or the Lakers pick from the AD trade and the Bucks pick from the Drew Holiday trade. We have the 6th overall selection in this draft. So I'm going to be drafting another top guy who I want to find playing time for, but, like, I don't really want to take another wing. Do I steal the Bucks head coach as well? I don't really know who I want to pick up as like my or one of my assistants. I mean, Dwayne Casey would be pretty sweet. Billy Donovan, if he comes on board, yeah, let's go. And I want to bring back most of my training staff because we did great last year with injuries. So if we take a look at the mock drafts here, we could land a franchise point guard for sure with the 6th overall selection. Now, there is some good centers in this draft as well. And I think before I make any trades, let's make these selections and then go from there. So the Nuggets ended up with the 1st overall pick. 2K, you are so weird. And they traded for Jalen Brunson. I mean, I guess the Knicks do that. I don't know for the number 1 pick, but they had to give up quickly as well. And the Nuggets do have Jamal Murray, but they take DJ Wagner. Isaiah Collier goes 2, so all these nice point guards are going. Buzelis goes 3. Holland 4 to the Bulls. That's a nice pickup. And Alex Sarr 5. I would have definitely looked at him there. So I do like a Demara. I do like potentially Stephon Castle here out of UConn to take another point guard. So that's really who I'm deciding between if I want to go a point guard or if I want to go a center. Because then we'd probably move on from Alvarado. So you know what? I'm going to take Stephon Castle here out of UConn. I'm very excited to watch him this year. Oh my God, and Ade Mara is there at 17. Well, thank God I didn't take him there at pick 6. He has great court vision for somebody of his size. I do wonder if it's going to translate over to the next level, as we're going to take Melvin Ajinka here in the 2nd round. But yeah, he's definitely going to be a fun guy to scout next year for sure. So let's pick up all 3 of these guys right now. Mara and Castle are definitely going to be in the rotation, which means we may look to trade Alvarado for a draft pick. I definitely want to give Daniels and Murphy some playing time again next year. We're not going to bring back Kyra Lewis. So for free agency, Valanciunas will be here. So right now we don't have a center. We could look to bring him back on a 1-year deal. And yeah, you know what? We are going to do that. We're going to bring back, we're going to bring him back on a 1-year deal. He's going to be the mentor for Ade Mara. And now we could look to move Larry Nance or just have Larry Nance in our back pocket as a 3rd string center. Or if Mara does struggle as a rookie, like Nance can be there. And he's a vet. He's a pro, he would be fine being that third center option. So I really like the depth we could have for this year. And I may experiment Ingram at the starting point guard spot. So Valanciunas comes back on that 1-year deal. We are going to renounce the rights on all of our other free agents. And I really liked EJ Liddell too, coming out of Ohio State, and then unfortunately he did get hurt, missed all of his rookie year. So he could get some playing time if injuries do happen as well. I think Ajinka is definitely going to start off in the G League. Anybody switch up teams? Well, Paul George just went to the Orlando Magic. DeMar DeRozan went to the Wizards. Anunoby to the Clippers, Russ to the Magic as well on $27 million a year. Tobias to the Pacers. Claxton stays in New York but goes to the Knicks. Yeah, and Dyson Daniels shoots up to his 79 overall. Murphy should, I think, be a little bit higher. All right, and we're going to send Grand Theft Auto, who just seems like Jose Alvarado, just seems like a Miami Heat player. So yeah, we're going to send him to Miami for Orlando Robinson, take a flyer on him. Played well in the Summer League this past year, and we get their 2027 unprotected first-round pick. All right, so this is what the rotation is going to look like this year. I'm going to try Brandon Ingram at the 1. Why not? If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I'll make the change. McCollum at the 2, Murphy at the 3, Williamson at the 4, and Valanciunas at the 5. I'm debating putting Herb Jones, actually, as the starting 3, just for some defensive purposes, and Trey Murphy will get the same amount of minutes, but we'll run the bench. All right, we'll go with that for now. Daniels, Hawkins, Castle, and Mara off the bench. And then, like I said, I do want to send Melvin Ajinka to the G League. And you guys say when they're in the G League, make sure their shot tendencies at a 99, so they're getting all the shots up down there. So let's check out system proficiency. We are 3.5 star balance. I do want to change that as his preferred system, because I might as well, right? Do we have any guys in walk years this year who's not under contract? Oh yeah, Trey Murphy, Larry Nance, Orlando Robinson, and Jonas Valanciunas. First game of the season, the revenge series for Jose Alvarado, and we end up losing by 26 in revenge game, not revenge series. Do they have Jared Butler and, yeah, obviously Jimmy Butler. Ingram, 2 assists in his point guard debut. Come on, don't do that to me. Home game here against the Spurs, in which we end up winning by 9. There we go. Ingram with 12 assists, only takes 7 shots. Next game here against the Chicago Bulls, and we have an injury. Oof, it's the Zion. He was healthy all year last year, and then to start off the season, dislocated his right elbow, only 1 to 2 weeks. So how are we going to do without him? We end up losing against the Bulls and then against the Blazers twice. Okay, we're going to need him back. Damn, we start off 5-15. Okay, Ingram did get hurt. Strained his left Achilles. He's at 1 to 2 weeks. I think we're going to go back to maybe McCollum at the 1. And at the end of the first half of this season here at the All-Star Draft, we do get Zion, who's averaging under 20 points per game. We do not get Brandon Ingram as an all-star, though. We are 22-31. Yeah, not having a great season whatsoever. Currently, though, we are fully healthy at the moment. I mean, let's just kind of take a deep dive into this and see what's going on. So, Zion, yeah, averaging under 20 points per game. The field goal percentage has dropped 2%. He doesn't take a lot of threes, but that also dropped, but his free throw percentage is up. Brandon Ingram, his efficiency is down a little bit, but still solid. He's hovering around similar numbers to what he had last year. McCollum has been fine, actually. I just don't know if he's that point guard still for us. Trey Murphy has been really good. He's going to get paid by me 100%. Liddell was in there for injuries. Valanciunas has maybe lost a step on the defensive end. I would like to find more minutes for Jordan Hawkins and Dyson Daniels and Herb Jones. So I think if we are struggling, which, I mean, we have 2 more games till the trade deadline, unless we win both of these. And okay, now you're going to give me confidence. I don't know, though. It's going to be tough to move their contracts right now. I don't know if I would buy out Valanciunas, but I would look to move McCollum. I just don't know what team would have the cap, or maybe just the need for him. Because I think Ade Mara should 100% be the starting center for the remainder of the year, playoffs or not. All right, so I want to see if I can move McCollum to Brooklyn, looking for a point guard. He would be an upgrade over Dinwiddie or Payne or Kyra Lewis. They did draft one in the second round, but yeah, would be an upgrade there. We'd take on Simmons expiring, so we wouldn't have to pay McCollum in 2026. And I'd get a first-round pick out of this. I'm not sure if they would accept this. Ben Simmons, I would probably just end up releasing, or like just he would be a reserve for us. So let's see if they accept that trade. They would want some picks in here as well, which I don't really want to complicate it. I would do this straight up if we can get off the contract. I don't know if you'd prefer to give me like a 2029 first. No, they would want Nance, and I don't really want to move the Milwaukee picks. You know what? I think I would value this trade enough just to get off the contract for 2026, just to have more flexibility with the roster. I think McCollum's actually been fine for us this year, and he can help out the Nets. I'm just trying to look long-term here, and it could free up a little bit more playing time for some of our youngins as well. They decline that. Hold on. It's so annoying when that happens, because in the trade finder, I literally got it 1-for-1. So let's do this trade. And you know what? We'll hold on to Ben Simmons. I don't think I'm going to play him, though. And you know what? This season might be a lost cause at this point. I'm going to experiment once again with Brandon Ingram as our starting point guard. I think I'm going to have Dyson Daniels at the 2 with Herb Jones at the 3. I think Dyson Daniels can get 26 minutes a night now. We can do 28 to Herb Jones, 35 to Zion. Like I said, I do want to start Ade Mara, so he is going to be there as our starting center. He can get like 24, probably 17 to Valanciunas, and I want to give more minutes to Castle and Hawkins for the remainder of the season. We're 7 games under 500. Maybe we're a playing tournament team. Maybe we aren't. I just want to see some development with these young guys around Ingram and Zion. We don't really have anybody to extend here. Larry Nance Jr., you know what? If he wants to come back on the minimum, he'll be 33. Why not? We are 11 games under 500. So yeah, maybe this season is a lost cause. Castle did get hurt, so that might end his rookie season. As Ja Morant wins MVP, so somebody in our division. Ron Holland, Rookie of the Year. Shout out Chicago, taking him at 4th overall, better than their 4th overall pick from the 2020 draft already. Christian Wood, 6th Man of the Year in Miami. Makes sense. Giannis Depoy, Grady Dick, Most Improved, and Chris Finch of the Minnesota Timberwolves, Coach of the Year. This is All-NBA first team, star-studded. You have Wemby on All-NBA second team. No Pelicans on third team. Herb Jones not even on an all-defensive team. And none of our rookies made an all-rookie team. Brutal. So yeah, we ended up as a bottom team in the Western Conference. This might be like a retool year, a gap year. 35-47. We dominated. Well, not dominated, but we were really good at home. 24-17, but we were 11-30 on the road. Zion Williamson did get hurt again towards the end of the year. He finished under 20 points. Same with Ingram. Then you have Trey Murphy there at 15. EJ Liddell was there with injuries. Valanciunas numbers dipped off a little bit when he didn't play towards the end of the year. Hawkins, I thought, was fine in year 2. 38% from 3. His efficiency went up. Dyson Daniels, we may kind of bait around as a trade piece this offseason, because I do wonder if he's going to be an answer for us long term. Herb Jones, I still like. I think he's going to be fine. I think Castle could be our starting point guard next year. He did break his leg. Ade Mara, I think, will start as our center as well. So yeah, the starting 5 might already be in place with mainly Castle at the 1. I think we can go Herb Jones at the 2, Ingram 3, Zion 4, Mara 5, and still have a good supporting cast around them. Minnesota, Philly in the finals. Philly wins in 6. Harden's your finals MVP. Russ, Lopez, Love all retire. It's cool the Lopez brothers retired together. Russ gets his jersey retired by the Thunder. And do we have any nice lottery picks? I did see our logo, so at 8, which is our pick, and then we have Milwaukee's unprotected pick there also in the lottery. And boom! Boom, I haven't gotten lottery luck in a while, but our pick goes 8-1, and we have the number 1 overall pick. We also have the 13th pick via Milwaukee, and we can now take Trey Johnson. We could take Ian Jackson. I could get crazy and make a trade, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. After this season, I don't know if Willie Green's going to come back as our head coach. I think I'm going to try to get a veteran head coach here. I'm going to try to snag Ty Lue. If not, Mike Malone, who's a free agent, I will offer a contract to. And then I will also give Taylor Jenkins a contract as well. And all 3 of them don't want the head coaching job. Nice. All right, so we did pick up Kevin Young, I think, as my head coach. I'm going to steal him from the Suns. I know not experience, but yeah, didn't they also get Willie Green from the Suns? Well, that might not work out, but I'm going to go Kevin Young. We're going to get Billups to be our top assistant, and then I guess this means I get to keep Donovan. Oh no, I can't do that. All right, so let's sign Young. Let's decline. I think I should be fine to sign him. There we go. And the mocks do have us taking Dylan Harper. I do want to give Castle a shot, though. Oh, that's tough. I mean, if we do go Harper, I'd trade away Dyson Daniels for sure. And I don't believe I can move Daniels right now, no. So you know what? I'm going to go Dylan Harper out of Rutgers. I'm going to draft him. He's going to fight with Castle to be the starting point guard next year. And we did have a pick at the end of the lottery, and I'm going to take Trent Flowers, a wing. We'll see if I made that right decision or not next year. So yeah, I guess the Brandon Ingram point guard experiment will not be going another year. Jinka, I wish I got to see his G League stats. But yeah, we're going to bring back everybody here. Like I said, though, I think I'm going to look to move Dyson Daniels. I don't know if I'll be able to get 3 first-round picks from him, from the Spurs, or yeah, we'll see. I don't know if they'll accept that. Okay, they do. So I just got 3 first-round picks for Dyson Daniels. It is a shame it didn't work out here, but we're just adding to our already loaded draft capital system. Free agency time, Valanciunas, Simmons. I honestly wouldn't hate Ben Simmons as the backup 5. So you know what? I'm going to give him a 2-year deal, team option on the second year, and we're going to look to bring him back. Sure, why not? Even though I didn't play him at all towards the end of the season. And I also do want to lock up Trey Murphy on a 4-year contract to probably be our 6th man long term. So we get Orlando Robinson back on the QO. Some nice player progression here. Wish Ingram was a little bit higher. All right, so it's going to be Harper, Jones, Ingram, Williamson, Mara with Murphy, Hawkins, Castle, Simmons off the bench. Trent Flowers will be the first guy in case an injury happens. 3.5-star balance. Maybe we'll improve this season. Hopefully we can. But we lost to the Wizards to start the year. Ingram had 27 in this game. Zion had 20, 12, and 5. We did pick up our first win in Game 3 against the Raptors. Harper had 24 points there. Okay, he might be really good. We do have one All-Star this year, and he was an All-Star starter. Zion Williamson averaging 22 points, 9 rebounds, 4.7 assists. As we are 11 games above 500 at the moment. Currently in the Western Conference, we are the 3 seed. Dylan Harper has been also pretty good. 15 points he's been averaging. Trey Murphy shooting 42 from 3, 92 from the line. There's Brandon Ingram. Ajinka got some playing time with some injuries to Ingram and Dylan Harper and some others. We have a bunch of guys in double digits, which is cool. I don't know if I'm going to be active at the deadline. I think I like what we have right now. I like our depth. Let's just keep rolling under Kevin Young for the remainder of the regular season. LaMelo Ball takes home MVP this season. Dylan Harper, Rookie of the Year. So it does look like I made the right decision. Damian Lillard gets 6th Man of the Year, I guess behind Scoot. Giannis Depoy. Keon Johnson, shout out Tennessee, gets Most Improved, and Finch gets Coach of the Year once again. Do we see any Pelicans on the All-NBA teams? We get Zion on All-NBA second team, who had probably his best year yet of the video. I think we're transitioning into him being the guy we're building around, not Brandon Ingram. Maybe not what I would do in real life, but that's what 2K wants to do, so I'm going to do it. We finished the season as the 3 seed in the Western Conference. We were close to getting that 1 seed, so we can 100% win it all this year. No, I didn't even realize Brandon Ingram got hurt in the last game of the year. That's just brutal. Trey Murphy did rupture his right Achilles. I honestly didn't know it was that major either. I thought he was going to be back for the playoffs. I was wrong. That sucks. And with Ingram and Murphy out, that means Jordan Hawkins will be starting at the 2 and then Herb Jones at the 3. So we do have a very inexperienced backcourt here starting in the playoffs. And then I think Trent Flowers is going to get some playing time. He was good for us, but I think a Damar, I really like what he did for us in year 2. He's going to be a special player. I think Stephon Castle could definitely be the 6th man for the playoffs. And we'll have Trent Flowers. We'll have Ben Simmons. And then who do I want to get that 9th man spot to? Maybe Melvin Ajinka, because I think he's actually been all right for us so far. So we're taking on the Clippers. They got Fred VanVleet, Anunoby, Kawhi, Greg Brown, Kevon Looney, Bones Highland, Kenny Martin Jr., Tyus Jones. We do lose to them in game 1, though, which is quite unfortunate. Dylan Harper did all he could. Zion, I need you to do all you can. We do win game 2, though. We have to constantly monitor Brandon Ingram's health. That was a nice win. Oh, and guess who's back? Game number 3 against the Clippers, we ended up losing by 3 points in OT. Really? Game 4, we go down 3-1. We end up losing by 8. Oh, don't do this to me, 2K. Don't make me get bounced by a 6 seed. We do win Game 5 by 3 points, so we stay alive. Can we force a Game 7? Yes, we can. We end up winning Game 6. Zion with a monster performance. And here we go. Game 7 at home. We play good at home. Come on. Let's come back down 3-1. I would hate to be the Clippers if that happened. But we have an 11-point lead in the 4th. And we don't choke it away. And the Clippers blow a 3-1 lead like they did in the bubble. Jordan Hawkins. Let's freaking go. What a game. Harper 13-5-5. Zion got it done. Ingram did not play well either. Yeah, Zion was 100% the best player for us in round 1. Now we're taking on Memphis, who have last year's MVP in John Morant. They got Corey Kispert off the bench as well. We win game 1, though, by 13. Oh, yeah. A Damar, 22-6. Come on, get more rebounds for me. Game 2, we ended up losing by 8. Zaire Williams with 23 points in 12 minutes. Game number 3, we ended up losing by 8 points. We just could not score in the 4th quarter whatsoever. Game number 4, we win. Okay, we're still alive. Ingram with a great game here. Hawkins with 23. He's having a special playoff run for us as a complimentary piece. We do lose game 5 by 10. Are we going to go to back-to-back game 7s? Nope, we end up losing in 6. Oh, all right. So I feel like we're getting so close to the conference finals this year and in year 1. Harper played pretty bad here. He was mid for us in the playoffs. disappointing end to the year. Paolo Banchero, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Ja in the West, and the Magic win in 6. Banchero is your Finals MVP. Do we have any random picks here in the lottery? Again, yes, we have Milwaukee's pick there at 12. That is our only pick. No, we also have Chicago's pick at 18 in this draft. All right, so it was an auto-generated draft class here in 2026. I ended up going with Mao Chung Lee here with the 12th overall selection out of Duke, and then Chase Harrington out of Florida State here at 18. Actually, 2 solid selections. We're going to pick up the team option on... yeah, we'll pick it up. It could be a tradable contract if at the worst case. There's a chance I make a big move this offseason for sure. You know what? I think I want to run this team back. I feel like we've just been so close to advancing to the conference finals, and I think we are one of the better teams in the league. I may even start Jordan Hawkins over Herb Jones and see where we can go from there. So let's hope we can maybe win it all this year with New Orleans. We'll see though. LaMelo Ball wins MVP. Gilbert Forbes is your Rookie of the Year in Dallas. He was selected 1st overall. Jaden Ivey, 6th Man of the Year in Minnesota. Damn, the rich get richer. Giannis gets the poise. Shaedon Sharpe Most Improved. But we get Coach of the Year. Let's go. Kevin Young, 66 and 16. Shout out to Zion Williamson, who I just gave like a $50 million per year extension to. All NBA 13. We shot 70% from the field. That's kind of crazy. We did finish as the 1 seed in the Western Conference. We're going to be taking on Portland in round 1. They were the 8 seed at 39 and 43. If I lose to a 39-win team after winning 66 games, I will be just very upset. We should sweep them, right? It shouldn't even be a series. Okay, 3-1. You know what? Gentlemen sweep. Fine. I'll allow it. Zion was our leading scorer in that series. We are fully healthy taking on Memphis, who... they signed away. And of course, Dyson Daniels is going to develop into a good player, and watch him beat me. We're tied 1-1. We're up 2-1. 3-1 us. Let's go. And we win in 5. We finally make it to the conference finals. That's what I'm talking about. Zion averaged 26.5 points. Dylan Harper had a great series. Castle and Herb Jones struggled, and we still advanced. And we don't even have to take on Minnesota. We do have to take on Houston, though, with Amen Thompson, Jalen Green, Ian Jackson. Oh, my God, that's a sick squad. Please win this series. We do win game 1. We win game 2. We lose game 3. I'm scared. We win game 4, though. Don't blow it 3-1. We... Oh, my God. I can't. 2K, you're taking years off my life. All right, I'm not giving up on this team. I really wanted to just rage quit this video, but we're going to try to win it with this Pelicans team, who were just the 1 seed in the Western Conference. We blew a 3-1 lead to the Rockets. Yeah, there's probably going to be a big change to this team in the offseason. Loaded retirement class here. Jimmy Butler, Draymond, Gobert, Curry, and KD. I can so see KD on the Heat. I really thought that was going to happen at one point in his career, but ended up on a different fire team. I'm really a loser for saying that. And we do have a top 10 projected pick via Atlanta here, and Milwaukee there at 5 as well. Oh my God, we may get even richer. We do end up with picks 8 and 9, so those picks actually did terrible in the lottery. We also have the Heat pick at 19 and our pick at 29. We do have the assets to make a blockbuster deal. All right, so I wanted to draft these guys before I ended up making a trade. It looks like Thomas Meek's going to be a beast there. He was the 3rd overall pick by the Knicks. So we did take Brevin Carpenter at 8. We took Curtis Reed at 9. Edward Tavares at 19 and Anthony Hunter at 29. We're going to sign all 4 of these guys. No questions asked. We're going to extend the qualifying offers to Melvin Ajinka and Jordan Hawkins. I think I'll get them both back on the QO. All right, so I'm going to make a blockbuster trade here. I do have to trade away Trey Murphy, which is kind of a shame. It's really to make the money work. Trent Flowers, Brevin Carpenter, Curtis Reed, and Mao Chung Lee, a couple guys that we've drafted over the last 2 drafts. For Donovan Mitchell, who's making a lot of money, start him at shooting guard. I do think that they'll say yes to this, and they do. I mean, that is a great trade offer for sure. I'm going to give Ben Simmons the minimum to come back and then make sure I get back Ajinka and Jordan Hawkins. Ajinka actually gets a deal from the Timberwolves. Well, I did not expect that, to give him $12 million. That would have been a nice trade to maybe trade him instead of Trey Murphy. I should have waited and did that. Did anybody switch teams? Okay, Luka goes to the Heat. Devin Booker to the Nets. Kawhi to the Mavs. Trey to the Lakers. And Jordan Hawkins accepts the qualifying offer. All right, so I'm probably going to run a 5-man bench of Castle, Hawkins. Oh, that is cool. 2 UConn guys. I don't even know if I mentioned that. I am actually recording this on a different day. So I would like to go 30 to Harper. I'd like to go 33 to Mitchell, Ingram, and Zion. And let's go a couple more minutes to Ade Mara. So, yeah, this team, if we don't win it all, or at least make it to the finals, I think I'm going to either have to trade Zion or Ingram. All right, so we just crossed the 60-win mark. We're going to win a ton of games. I just know 2K's setting me up for some just utter disappointment. I'm begging you, 2K. Alperu and Şengün just won MVP, averaging 16.8 points a night. Shout out Trent Flowers, most improved. Kevin Young, coach of the year, 67 and 15. Damn, I really hope that we could do something in the playoffs. We are the 1 seed, taking on Utah in round 1. Here were the end of the season stats, with our leading scorer being Zion, then Ingram, Mitchell, Castle averaged more than Harper, but Harper with 4 more assists a night. I really like Ademara as a player, to be honest with you. Simmons, I'm going to play. Ajinka, I think I'm not going to play for the playoffs, so Simmons can get about 14 a night. Herb Jones, 18. I think Hawkins and Castle can each get 22 apiece. Like, they're really good bench pieces for us. I would like to go 35 to these guys. I would like to go 33 to Dylan Harper and then get 2 more minutes to Ademara. So, please beat Utah in round 1. If I lost to an 18 right now, I'd lose my mind. Okay. Thankfully, we sweep them. Shout out to Zion Williamson, averaging 24. That is a nice big 3 there of Zion, Mitchell, and Ingram. That is a guy from the 2016 class, 17 class, and 19. Yeah, I thought it was going to be 3 in a row. Oh my God, what is going on? Luke is not even on them anymore. How are we? Oh, they have Kyrie and Kawhi, but Kawhi is 36 and Kyrie is 36 as well. What is going on? Lost by 7, lost by 6. Please don't lose game 3. Oh my God, I hate you, 2K. 3-1. 3-2. All right, you're going to suck me back in. No! This game is so freaking dumb. How do we win 67 games and we're going to lose in round 2 to 2, like, 80-year-olds? Oh, my God, we had it. We're choking. You're choking. Okay, nice comeback. Nice comeback. All right, let's go. We force a game 7. You're going to make me go down 3-0 just to come back down? What? Don't. Okay. Don't suck me back in just to beat me, too. Please win this game. All right, we're down by 6. We're going to need to come back in the 3rd. There it is. There it is. And we choke it a little bit there. We're down by 6. Come on. We're down by 8. Motherfucker. Come on. What do I need to do? I'm trading Brandon Ingram. You got Mavericks and Celtics in the finals. Mavs win in 5. Kyrie's your finals MVP. Yep, I wanted to win with Ingram. I even tried making him a point guard at one point. I may even fire Kevin Young. I'm pissed. Do I have just another lottery pick? No. We just have our pick at number 29. You know what, Kevin Young? I will, I think, fire you. I could get Popovich. I just feel like he would not sign with me. Is there any other good options? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There are plenty of better options. At least that 2K would prefer. So, Monty Williams, Mike Malone, you could take an offer. Quinn Snyder, take an offer. And lastly, we will give an offer to Mr. Greg Popovich. I think that's it. Yeah, I'm not going to offer any of these guys contracts. Please. All right, I got at least one of them, Monty Williams. So, we've just now had 3 former Suns coaches, Willie Green, Kevin Young, and now Monty Williams. Maybe he's a winning player, but I'm trading Brandon Ingram for last year's MVP, Alperu Şengün. We did get Floyd Haynes there at 29. Pick up the team options on Harper and Covington? Who was that? Harrington. I just can't read it. Also, we do have some free agents to bring back. Hawkins is unrestricted, so let's bring him back. Simmons, also, I will bring back, and then I'll match any deal Mara or Castle get. I actually just offered them contracts, so let's get them back on long-term deals. If I don't even make it out of round 2 next year, I think this team is cursed. It's the final season. All right, let's see what we can do in the final regular season. So Wemby ended up winning MVP this year. Monty Williams got coach of the year. We went 16-22. We were the 2 seed, though, in the Western Conference. So maybe we were just unlucky being the 1 seed. I don't know. We had so many guys score double-digit points. I'm just praying to the 2K gods. You know what? Can we beat Dallas? They beat us in 7 last year. Okay. We go to 7 games against the 7th seed. Whatever. 2K's giving me too much stress. Let's simulate the next 2 rounds. Oh my God. The Pelicans are cursed. I tried for you guys. I'm sorry, Pelicans fans. Just maybe wait till 2K24.